Hi guys, I'm Centaurian Mudpig and welcome along to Blade Runner PC. We've just returned from the Tyrel Corporation. We investigated the scene of a murder with the use of explosives. So we're just going to head down to our Esper room and process all the information we've collected.
Scanning video disk. One enhanceable image found. Adding enhanceable photographs to Kaya database.
So we've got video footage from the security
Tyrel
guard,
drug test lab.
and here we've got a good view of our perp, so we can zoom into his face. And we see that he's actually got the dragonfly earring.
I didn't know much about jewelry, but it looked like junk to me. Like the cheap crap sold at the stands and shops of Animoid Row. Give me a hard copy of that.
We've also got his backhand.
A bomb. Give me a hard copy of that.
If you zoom in the dog, you'll get to see the dog's collar with its name written on it.
The dog collar has a name on it. Ricky, maybe? Give me a hard copy of that.
And finally, we've got the Kingston's kitchen takeout box.
A takeout box from Kingston Kitchens. Give me a hard copy of that.
We're done with everything in this photograph, so all that is left is to leave it and upload all our personal information to the database.
Uploading personal clue database.
Once the upload's complete, just head on down to the basement where the lockup is. And then this guy is Gregorian, and is the guy who Steele interviewed earlier.
Are they letting me out?
I'm not the one who makes that decision.
I suppose it's my turn to bear the cross for the cause.
So what you want to do is exhaust all dialogue options with this guy.
You're Spencer Gregorian, right?
No. I really think my lawyer should be here.
I got some more questions for you. Tell me about your protest at Tyrel's plant.
I already told that other detective everything. Under duress.
I want to know about the people who were there. The Rastafarian and the Asian guy with the sunglasses.
I didn't know the Rastafarian. The Asian fellow was one of our ex-members. Izo was his name.
How long did you know him for?
Let's see. I met him about 5 years ago. He seemed so smart and balanced. He really wanted to help the replicant people.
Then what?
He started associating with the more militant factions. I was astounded when I heard he was supplying weapons to some of them.
What kind of weapons?
Guns so new that even the police had hardly used them, I heard.
I got some more questions for you. Lot of people involved in your cause, Spencer?
Yes, sir, we're growing fast. As more and more people realize that replicants have cognitive and emotional legitimacy, the Citizens Against Replicant Slavery will spearhead the movement towards...
Save the pitch for someone who gives a shit.
We're peaceful people, Detective. We live by a code that men like you could never understand.
Try me.
2 centuries ago, humans were held in slavery. Brave souls formed an underground railroad.
So, you help replicants escape the city.
I'm talking figuratively, Detective.
Sure you are.
We're not children, Detective. We have resources. The world is changing. People are waking up to the injustices perpetrated by a sick society that you have helped...
A lot of them will wake up dead if reps are allowed to run amok on Terra, jerk.
There's no point void camping this guy. Still has already done that. You do definitely want to do
You
the
keeping
done
busy,
option
pal?
as well.
Please leave me alone. My migraine's acting up.
That way you'll be able to speak with Goozer later. With the interview over, head on back to the sergeant's desk. We'll see that there's been a new
We
shipment
get a
of
new
weapons
weapons
in.
shipment?
Yeah, Guza requisitioned a couple of cases for the assault teams.
Let me guess. He's planning on taking out a small city.
Lieutenant's a big believer in overkill.
And then you'll also want to speak with the sergeant himself.
That weapons shipment just came in. You get the paperwork handy?
Why? You got a pressing need to rummage through my private files?
Yeah, I forgot you were keeping your lacy underthings in there. Look, Jack, I just want to see what they're charging for a crate of rifles these days.
Too damn much if you ask me, especially at the rate the assault teams are losing them. I guess there ain't no harm in it.
If you don't get the weapons shipment list here, you can actually pick it up on Goozer's desk later when we go down to see him next. Head on down to the first floor to see Goozer. That way we're going to persuade him to give us access into see Tyrel.
The goons over at the Tyrel building wouldn't let me talk to their boss. Maybe you can set up a meeting.
Anyone else in that whole company who knows anything?
You and I both know it's a one-man show over there.
I'll give it a try, kid. I'll have to pull some strings, so don't go in there half-assed. Make sure you got some legit questions for the resident genius.
Appreciate it, Lieutenant. Hey, pal.
McCoy seems to be a bit of a jerk each time he speaks with his fellow officers and various citizens of Los Angeles. Head on back to the roof and we'll move back to Tyrel Corporation once again. So once we head over to the Tyrel Corporation, we'll meet up with Rachel. And we'll ask her about Eisenduller. And then we get to see the big cheese himself. There's very little interaction actually made in this. It's more like an in-game cutscene more than anything. So we'll get this out of the way before we move on to the next part.
Beautiful, isn't it?
The owl or the view?
Both.
The view's amazing. The owl, well, artificial things never did that much for me.
It's a flawless replica. We used a real one as a model.
Owls are extinct. Who told you the model was real?
Dr. Tyrel?
He's wrong, or lying. Check your Sydneys.
Eldon wouldn't make up something like that.
You're Tyrell's assistant?
Yes, I'm Rachel. Dr. Tyrel is very busy. I'm fully familiar with all Tyrel operations.
He does know I'm a cop, right? Blade Runner unit?
Dr. Tyrel has already met with one Blade Runner today and has important business to attend to. Your department should coordinate its efforts better.
Yeah, but...
You may speak to me or you may leave. I can't offer you any other choices.
Fair enough. I wanted to ask about Marcus Eisenduller.
I can't tell you who killed him if that's what you're asking.
We've already got a suspect. What I want to know is why the killer would be interested in replicant DNA information.
That's a stupid question.
Oh yeah? Why's that?
Your suspect is obviously a replicant, a very dangerous one.
I thought replicants were safe, more human than human. Isn't Dr. Tyrel pushing to make it legal to use rep labor to clean up the kipple?
Are we here to discuss corporate policy or Marcus Eisenduller's murder?
A little of both. You heard about the moon bus hijacking? Yeah, I guess you would have. 50 people dead.
You can't blame...
I'm surprised you aren't out doing spin control. The public gets nervous when your pets wander around the city without a leash.
Replicants aren't pets.
Right. Pets live longer and don't go around killing people.
There are safeguards in the design.
Yeah, I've seen the data. Implanted memories, a 4-year lifespan. I'd probably get a little crazy too, but I don't think I'd start killing people.
Wouldn't you?
As I explained to Mr. Deckard earlier, I've given the Nexus 6 model a past. I've given it the purity and innocence of childhood, and all the joy and despair that comes with a real existence. That's hardly a death sentence. That's life.
I thought you weren't meeting with any more Blade Runners today.
Well, I decided to make an exception. Mr. McCoy, isn't it? You do understand the need for the Nexus 6 to have an identity.
Not really. No. I do see why a replicant who has an identity would want to steal Eisenduller's files.
Please, enlighten me.
They want more life.
They're wasting their time.
They're gonna come for you, just like they came for Eisenduller.
I have nothing to fear from any of my children. I'd tell them all exactly what I told you. Have I given you what you came here for?
I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe.
Then if you'll excuse me, I have a stockholder meeting to attend.
So that pretty much leaves us at a dead end with the Tyrel Corporation. What we will do is head on down to Animoid Road for the next part in this series, where we'll investigate and try to find out about the Dragonfly earring. So until next time, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. This is Centaurian Mugpig saying bye for now.